Call the special session to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Kavanaugh?
Here.
Councilmember Dickey is not here yet. Councilmember Brown?
Here.
Councilmember Yates?
Present.
Vice Mayor Hanson?
Here.
Councilmember Elke?
Here.
And Councilmember Leger.
Here.
Okay, thank you. And I will open the public hearing on the town's infrastructure improvement plan as required by ARS 9-463.05. Andrew. Ken.
Mayor Kavanaugh, members of the council.
Yes.
What are you?
We have Mr. Andrew Ream here to give us a presentation regarding tonight's information regarding development impact fees and the update that's required. So I'll turn that over to Andrew, and then we can open it up for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Buchanan, council members, mayor. As we've discussed in previous presentations, we're going to talk a little bit about development impact fees and specifically the fee report that was published about a month ago. Very brief presentation focused in on this third and final step of this process that is mandated by the state statute the mayor just referenced. So before we get too far into the presentation itself, just wanted to provide a quick definition of what we're discussing. These are fees that are assessed in new development. One time, they go towards capital improvements, capital projects, and/or debt, funding infrastructure necessary to serve new development. This is the third step. There was a public hearing about 2 months ago on the infrastructure improvements plan, as well as the land use assumptions that provided the baseline of both the anticipated growth as well as the current and planned facilities anticipated to serve new development. The third and final step in the process is the fee report itself. And that's what I'm going to discuss very briefly today. So before we talk about updated fees, we just wanted to highlight the existing fees that are in place today. On this slide, we've got 4 fee areas that are assessed to residential development at a fee for each dwelling unit as summarized, and 2 of the fee areas are assessed to non-residential or commercial development at $1 per square foot. At 7 cents for law enforcement, and at just under 13 cents for fire and emergency. Town also has a street development impact fee that has a couple more assessment categories. In case of residential, we've got a single family and multifamily residential category. Fee is still assessed per dwelling unit, and the commercial and industrial categories are broken out into 4 areas, also assessed per square foot. The focus of the updated fee report are the first 2 fees that are listed there, fire and emergency, as well as park and recreation. These are the fees that are being proposed to maintain in place, with 3 fee areas being eliminated: law enforcement, library and museum, and the streets fee category. Certainly, fees may be updated, may be revised in the future, and fee categories that are currently anticipated to be eliminated may be brought back. Lastly, there was previously an open space development fee this town had assessed that was eliminated in January 2012. That is proposed to be maintained as really a restricted park and recreation fund. It's not part of the fee, but there were fees that were collected, and there's anticipated improvement that would fund out in the future a trailhead. So as we've calculated the maximum supportable fees in both of these fee areas, the fire and emergency fee would be $300 per residential dwelling unit, assessed in the same manner it is today. It's an increase of approximately $100 over the current fire and emergency fee. And the commercial and industrial or non-residential component would be 24 cents approximately per square foot, an increase of about 11 cents in that fee area as well. Now, as we look at parks and recreation, this fee is approximately $1,300, or a reduction of around $800 from the fee today. This just shows a comparison of the existing fees and the draft or calculated fees. Single-family development today would be assessed a little over $8,000 in development fees. As proposed, that would drop down to approximately $1,600. Largely, what's driving the existing fee is the streets category, and as that's one of the fee areas to be eliminated, that's really what's driving that large decrease illustrated on the right side of this chart. Similarly, just to compare a 10,000 square foot commercial development, the fee that would be assessed today is approximately $40,000, and this decreases to a little under $2,500 with the single fee area remaining fire and emergency. As we've been through the statute-driven process, we're here in terms of the public hearing, and as we may move forward, certainly there's a finalization of a fee report after today's discussion, consideration of the two fee areas next month, and if adopted and in place, they would go into effect on August 1st of this year. With that, that concludes kind of the prepared brief overview, and thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? No? Okay, thank you. Yes? Okay.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for coming. The part about discussing it, what possible choices would we have in our further discussions of these fees, as I'm presuming, maybe incorrectly, that these are not anything we can really change?
Well, certainly they're the maximum supportable fee. The town has the option to adopt a fee that would be lower than that or no fee at all. And public hearings are designed to get feedback, get questions. So to the extent that there's major modifications, I imagine they can be factored into this update as well. But certainly the facilities themselves have been defined, the growth projections in the previous steps. So there's likely not many changes moving forward.
Anything else? No? Okay, thank you. Do we have any speaker cards?
No, Mayor.
Okay. There's no more discussion and no speaker cards. I will, let's see, close the public hearing and get a motion to adjourn.
Mayor, so moved.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That's it then. Okay. Thanks, everybody, for coming.